Hi, welcome to an Autocad 2020 video tutorial. I want to do that connecting rod exercise in Autocad, and I want to do it in a slightly different way. I want to use those solids here because sometimes it's easier to do it like this, especially in Autocad. I could do it, of course, with sketches the same way as I did it in all the other programs. So let's have fun with AutoCAD. Okay, so I want to switch to a different layer, to this one, and I will start with a cylinder, and the center should be 0, 0. The diameter should be 45 and the height should be 750, like this. Okay, then I need another cylinder, again at 0, 0, and the diameter should be 110, or the radius should be 55, and the length in this direction should be 135, and okay, another cylinder at 0, 0, again 55 radius, and in that direction it should be 61. Now I could make a union with those three solids. I will need another cylinder up there, so I will try to snap onto that center, yes, and it should be 55 radius, and the length in this direction should be let me check, it's 105. Another cylinder, again 55 radius, and in that direction it should be 105 as well. Now let's unite those as well and confirm. Of course I could have done it with a pattern. Let's hide that grid. Now I want to use, I think it's called a torus. Let's maybe go to the front view and put it like this. And let's switch to the torus, but this one should be on a different layer because I want to remove material. So the torus center should be at, in this case it's 0, 0, and that should be 135 in Z direction, and the radius should be 62.5, and the second radius should be 40, and I will need the same one over here, so I could copy it and move it to the correct position, and that would be, so go for a copy. Where's the copy command? There it is, copy this one, right click from some point to, an absolute point, and that absolute point should be hashtag 0 colon 0, and then it's 750 minus 15, which is 645. No, it's 0 0 0 column 645. Let's see. Not quite. Seems I made a mistake. So let's try once more. I want to move this one. So I need a copy from this one. Right click, and it should go from that center point here to hashtag 0 colon 645, because it's in Z direction. Yeah, that's it. Now I could remove those two from that blue one. So go for subtract. I want to subtract from this one. Right click, this one and that one. Nice. Now I could add, let's go to a different view. I need it to be the front view again. Here, and switch it in that direction. So I could do a fillet, go to solid, go to fillet edge, right click, radius should be 10 on this edge, and another one should be at the end with radius 55 on this edge. So I cannot do 65 radius on this edge. I've already tried it, but it doesn't work. So in order to get that fillet, I have to use a sketch. Therefore I want to switch to my sketches layer and maybe hide that object for the moment. And I will need a rectangle which starts in this case at 0 colon 750 and goes in that direction, and this should be minus 105 colon no that's the wrong one. It should be 55 colon minus 105, like this. Yeah, I need a circle which is along that direction from this point in this direction, and that would be 62.5 colon, and that would be 645, and the radius would be 40. And then I could trim. Right click, this should go away, and those two lines. And then I will need another fillet here, which is a radius of 65, and it should be between this one and that one, which does not work because it's a polyline, so I will have to use the explode command to make this work. Now I could do the fillet and the radius should be still 65. Yes, now I could make that fillet. Now let's make, I need this as a surface to make a revolve and split it. So I could p-edit and use that one, make it a polyline and join it with this one. Enter, enter. Now this should be a polyline. Yes. Now let's go for a surface revolve. Let's switch to a different layer. Make a surface revolve. Yes, I want to revolve this one. Right click, enter, around this axis. And it should be, of course, 360 degrees. Now let's bring back our rod. And now I want to split this one with that one. So let's see, solid, where do we have that split or slice command? Slice, yes. I want to slice this object, right click with that surface here, the green one. Okay, and I want to keep this side. Great. Now I could move that one to my layer 0 and hide the layer 0. This looks good, and of course I could also hide those sketches. Next I need some surfaces to slice that body even more. Therefore, let's take a look. I could use the XY plane. Yes. So I want to use the XY plane, and I could hide, of course, so let's go to the, is it the front or the top view? That would be the front view, yes. And I need a planar surface, this one, and it could start maybe at minus, let's see, minus, it doesn't really matter. I could just draw it like that. Okay, and now I need to move it in a copy in this direction and one in that direction. So let's go for a copy. Let's go for a 3D copy, or is it a 3D copy, or I could do it with a pattern, but I want to copy it. Okay, I want to copy this one. Right click. I need a point, so let's go here. Select it in this direction, and that should be 30. And in the other direction, and this should be again 30. Okay, now I could move this one to my layer 0. Yes, and now I could, of course, slice that once more. So go to solid, go to slice, and I want to slice this object. Right click with that surface here, and I want to keep this side. Then repeat that command, select the body, right click, select the surface, this one, and now I want to keep that side. Great. Now I could hide, of course, those two on my layer 0, just in case. Great. Next I want to draw on the YZ plane, so I have to turn it around the y-axis by 90 degrees. So select it, go there, turn it around the y-axis by 90 degrees. Nice. I will need a rotation axis, so I go for a sketch, and I need a line, and that line should be at, let's go for -100, column 690, goes in that direction, maybe 200. Then I need a circle, and that circle should be along that line, and the radius should be 55, and the distance between this one and that point up here should be 165. So I need a line, so let's go for a line, and let that line start at the midpoint of this line, right here, go straight up, and it should be 165 in length. So seems I made some sort of error. Let's try once more. Go for the midpoint of that line, and it should go up, and this should be 165. Yeah, it's up there. So now that quadrant should be right there. So let's go to move command, select this one, right click, go for the quadrant as space point, and move it to that point. And I would not have needed that here. I could go for the 3D center. This should do, hopefully. Let's just hide the solid for the moment. I need another line which should be here just for the trim. Let's trim, and sometimes you have to select them one by one, otherwise it will not work. Yeah, of course there are two lines. Right click, let's see, this should be removed, that should be removed, this should be removed, this should be removed. Let's go for an erase, and erase this one, and those two as well, and enter. Now I want to rotate this, I want to make a surface revolve, so go for revolve, this one, right click, enter around that axis here, and let's go for 40 on one side and do another revolve with 40 on the other side. The arc, right click, enter around this axis as before, and let's go for -40. Now let's unite those two, this surface and that surface, enter, move it onto a different layer, maybe on the surface layer. Okay, bring back our solid, and now I want to slice once more, solid, slice this body, right click with that surface here, so go for surface, select the surface and keep this side, and move the surface onto layer 0, which is hidden. Great. Now a fillet or 2 fillets, go for radius 10 here and there. Enter, enter. Great. Now I have to make the solids which I want to remove from this one, or I could do it with surfaces and slice it. So whatever you prefer. Okay, I will go for solids, at least at first, so go for the right view. Yes, this looks good, and just turn it around the y-axis by around the y-axis by 90 degrees. Let's hide that object and go for another cylinder, but go to a different layer. This one, go for a cylinder which should be at 0, 0. Yes. Radius should be 35 and the height should be, let's go here, should be 80. Then move it, just select it, go to that arrow and move it in this direction by 40. I will need a copy, of course, at that end, and that would be right here at that point. So maybe let's do first another solid. In this case it would be a box. So let's go for a box, and this one should start at 0, column 27. That's not right. So what's wrong? Let's try it once more. So go for a box, and it should start at, yeah, minus 27 colon 0, and it should be 45 colon, and that should be 55. Yep, and the height could be again 80. Then move it down by 40. In that direction, 40. Now I could, of course, make a union between those two. Enter. Okay, and I will need the same object here, but first I have to rotate my axis system for the next one. So if I go back to my world coordinate system, let's take a look. Nope, I needed to rotate around the y-axis, so go here and rotate it around the y-axis by 90 degrees. Yeah, like this. So there we'll need another rectangular box. So let's start at 0, 0 and go in that direction. That would be minus, and in this direction it should be 30 in Y direction. So in X direction it should be 44. Column, it should be minus 44. So let's switch over here and make it minus 44, switch back, and this should be 30. And the height should be 120. So let's go here, make it 120. Then move it first down by 60 and then move it over here in that direction. Let's see if we can select it in this direction by 20, not by 20 but by 15. Let's see if this works. 15. So it's centered. Yes, that's okay. Then I will need a cylinder, and that cylinder, yes, could be there. That's okay. And that cylinder should be at 0, 0, for example, 0, 0. And the radius should be 15. And the height might be 20. I could go for more because it's easier to select if it's here. So let's go for 50. And I want to move this one up by 47.5, 47.5. Yeah, and I got this one wrong, so the radius should be not 15 but 27. 27, yes, 27. That's more like it. Yeah. And I want to make a fillet here and there, 15 millimeters. I go for a fillet. Right click, radius 15. These are all separate solids, so that's not a problem. Like this. And I will need this one mirrored onto the other side, or I could yeah. So where's my mirror command? Home. I need a mirror, and maybe hide these as well. As I go for hide more objects, I want to hide these, and I want to mirror that one, and seems my axis system is not visible. Why? Did I delete it? Maybe. Okay, so, or did I maybe put it onto layer 0 by any chance? Not possible, because not possible. But let's go for a mirror. This should be 3D mirror. Yes, I want to mirror this object. Right click, and let's go for 0, column 0. Then use 10, column 0, and 0, column 10. No. Yes. Now let's bring back all our objects. Oh, this looks pretty good, but it's not right at the moment. I have to move those bodies. I have to move this one and that one by 56, and that one I have to move by 36 millimeters, and now it should be okay. Let's go for X-ray. Yeah, this looks okay. So let's make a union. This one, that one, and the orange one. Right click, and now I need a copy of this one at that point up there. So go for a copy, select this body, right click, should be 0, 0 as space point, and move it to minus 750, 0, minus 750, colon 0. Okay. And now let's remove those two, maybe switch back to realistic. And now let's make a subtraction. I want to subtract from this one, right click, this one and that one, enter. Yes, this looks quite good. Yeah. Now I need 2 more cylinders, small ones. So let's go to my axis system is okay. So go for another cylinder, which should be at 0, 0. Radius should be 4, and I want to go in this direction, maybe 100. Yeah, that looks really good. And I need a copy of this one. Right click, again it should be 0, 0 to minus 750, colon 0. Now let's remove those two. So go for subtract from this one, right click, this one and that one, enter. Hide the sketches, and I should be done. So hope you enjoyed this one. It's more a direct modeling process this time. If you did, please give it a like or leave a comment. If you want to see more, please give it a like or leave a comment. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my Facebook fan page. Would be very nice of you. I want to get more likes and subscriptions over there as well. Thanks for watching. See you to the next one. Bye bye.